So for those of you who haven't seen by now, the Fallout Season 2 trailer recently did just come out, which was really awesome because the trailer absolutely is really, really good, and it makes up, or semi-makes up, I suppose, for the disaster that has been like the last week or two of Fallout content. Shout out Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, which, you know, it just works.
It's not, I'm not kidding.
But in saying that, I of course did a Fallout Season 2 trailer reaction, which I highly recommend you guys go and check out. It would mean a little bit if you did that. But I thought it'd be kind of cool as if in today's video, I give you guys a little bit of a trailer breakdown on just some things that I have noticed and some things that I feel like I really want to point out here. Now, I'm not going to lie, this isn't going to be a crazy 969 different fucking missed details. Like, if you want one of them, go watch some other nerd on YouTube who will make a 2-hour video or a video longer than Zack Snyder's Justice League on that shit. You know, I'm just making this video as a perspective of a chubby fat kid wearing a brown Lakers shirt, and just what I think, you know, was pretty cool about this trailer and some things that you guys may have missed. So, of course, it starts off with the biggest detail, the Prime logo. If you didn't see the Prime logo, if you didn't catch that in the trailer, then you should probably get your fucking eyes seen or checked out, I don't know. But obviously, past the Prime logo, you do get to see these fine gentlemen wearing these King's jacket. Of course, it does look like it is coming from the eye of a scope, which we can see the ghoul looking through. And as soon as I saw these guys, it really did make me feel and remind of like the tunnel snakes from Fallout 3. That really cool 50s, 60s aesthetic of the Elvis Presley haircut, the leather jackets, of course. That's what that really reminded me of. And I love that attention to detail because to me, that's just so Fallout and the art style that we've seen for many, many years. Again, we do have Thaddeus, of course, here, who has a crazier receding hairline than my gym teacher from high school. As we can see, he is in the early transformations of turning into a ghoul, which I'm pointing out just based on the fact that it was a massive rumor, you know, literally just in like last season on what he was going to actually be. Was he going to be a super mutant? Was he going to turn into an attack helicopter? I don't really know, but we can see here he is clearly turning into a ghoul, and he's got an extra mouth, which is very, very interesting. I don't remember any ghouls having extra mouth, but I guess he just wanted a inbuilt flashlight onto his chest. I don't really know, but he's obviously yapping to Maximus. We get a scene of the people in Vault 33, of course, cheering and looking like they're even doing the Thriller dance here, which reminded me very much of 13 going on to 30 movie. Random little choreographed scene here, which is quite interesting considering we didn't have any choreographed dance scenes or anything like that in Fallout Season 1. But you definitely have some crazy shit going on here in Fallout Season 2. Norm, obviously, is still stuck in Vault 31. But what some people aren't talking about here is you can clearly see the smoke coming out of the little pods that, of course, we know the Vault-Tec employees of the past are in. And this is because he's actually releasing them, which we see later on in the trailer. A lot of people think he's leading Vault 33 people onto the desert of California here. But if you look closely at their jumpsuit, which a lot of people have missed, that is Vault 31. These are past Vault-Tec employees that he is, of course, releasing. So that is really awesome. We get Lucy and the ghoul, you know, continuously hanging out, seeing some really awesome moments there. The ghoul speaking to another woman here who I've seen some people on X actually ask if this is his wife, just very much aged, which it's not. It's not his wife. I don't know why people are saying that, or at least I'm 99% sure it is not, or at least they definitely would not put that in the in the trailer whatsoever. Some pre-war moments here, though, of Cooper Howard hanging out with his daughter. Really don't know when this time frame is, if this is after the bombs have well and truly dropped here and he's now getting into home, getting into the safety of his house. I don't know. This is what people are theorizing on the internet. To the left, though, of the screen, you can see there are 2 horses, which really does show the roots of Cooper Howard being a cowboy, directly directly going back, and a little bit of a callback to the first season of him on the horse, doing a little bit of a show there. We get a black screen of someone or something talking.
Well then, you're gonna need friends. There's a war coming.
This had a lot of people theorizing online who this might be. Some people suggesting it is Ron Perlman. I don't believe it is. To me, I think it sounds like a super mutant. Like, you know when you hear that super mutant voice and it's so distinct? That's what it sounds like here. Other people also saying it sounds like someone talking through a power armor and how the voices change, which could also be very true. I can see the reasoning behind all of them. But yeah, we are seeing a bit of a civil war here, which is very interesting. We also get these things coming out of the ground, which I'm just calling dildos for now. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what's happening there. We got Hank up at some Vault-Tec headquarters, or so it looks like, up at New Vegas, trying on a new suit, but also something that people have not seen is he also has a gold Pip-Boy on, which is very different for a lot of, very interesting for a lot of different reasons. Of course, some people are saying we've never seen colored Pip-Boys before that aren't the regular, usual prototypes. But that's not true. We have seen colored Pip-Boys through the Creation Club as skins. Now, does this confirm that some of the Creation Club is canon, some of it's not? I'm not too sure. It's also in Fallout 76's Atomic Shop as skins as well. This is just a gold skin, it looks like. He must have bought some atomic points and he's gone all out here, Hank. I'm not exactly too sure. We also see the guy from, the actor, from Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show and Eternals. I'm not going to remember his fucking name, but you see him here, looking like he is, of course, very interested in being in this civil war of the Brotherhood of Steel that we know is happening. Seems to be a pilot of a Vertibird we have seen in a previous trailer. That is exactly what he's doing. Some leaks and people online have suggested that he is also of a higher rank, which is pretty cool, and we'll see how that unfolds later on in the show. Ton more stuff, more combat scenes. We do get to see the Ghoul here now speaking to Mr. House, which may confirm that the House always wins from Fallout New Vegas is the official storyline that they're going with, which kind of contradicts what they've said that they wouldn't pick canon endings in this Fallout show. But it looks like that's what they're doing, and I mean, I'm not too mad about it. Like, I feel like if they didn't do this, it would just be weird, and it could really confuse the show, and you're not really saying anything new if that's not what is happening here. Some more scenes of Lucy, scenes of the Brotherhood of Steel. You actually get to a Caesar's Legion member here, which happens to be Macaulay Culkin, which a lot of people just missed. Like, they just didn't notice that Macaulay Culkin is in this trailer. When I originally saw it, it took me a couple seconds to very well know that that is Macaulay Culkin. It didn't really click to my brain. Like, I was looking at the mouse scene that comes up next, and I was like, what the fuck? Was that Macaulay Culkin we just saw? No, wait, hold on. Macaulay Culkin? Bro, Caesar's Legion with Macaulay Culkin? Is there blood down his face, or is his face looking kind of musty, or is that me? I didn't, it took me a couple seconds to like catch on to that. I was already onto the mouse. And it is, so that is kind of cool. We get the first scene of him there. We also see Hank doing some experimenting on a mouse. Not really too sure what's going on here. Some more scenes that are pretty minor that don't say much. Until we get to New Vegas, seeing in the strip here of what looks to be Maximus potentially in this power armor. Maybe not. Of course, Thaddeus right next to him as a ghoul. We got the official ghoul walking with Dogmeat here as they go through the town. What looks to be Maximus taking on a Deathclaw. Again, we really don't know if this is Maximus truly in the power armor. They do show a close-up on his face, but that could be very clever editing through the trailer to make us think that is who is actually in this power armor. Could be a different character. We really don't know for sure if that is the direction they're going to be going with here. But then, of course, he takes on a Deathclaw, which is fucking crazy. Especially considering the Deathclaws in New Vegas are pretty much on steroids. They're on something because they're fucking crazy. But then, yeah, we see this cute little moment between Lucy and the ghoul and Dogmeat. Lucy not swearing and saying fudge, and the ghoul looking at her like the Mike Wazowski meme and thinking, is this bitch serious? So that is the Fallout trailer. That is pretty much everything I have caught. Again, I didn't want this video to be a fully nerdy one of me giving you guys 6-7 of, you know, what details you missed in this trailer. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on what I saw and what I didn't. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest Fallout content, Fallout news. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below if you guys are excited for Season 2 or if you guys are not. Go and check out my Instagram if you haven't already as well, link down below. And subscribe to my sports channel too. Everything will be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.